groups of people here. I'm serious. There are members of the Libertarian Party, and there are people who came here to support Donald Trump. I have a message for both of you, individually. I hear you. To the members of the Libertarian Party, which I am also one. Guys, listen, here's my message to the Libertarians here. The former President of the United States of America and the current frontrunner to be the next president is here to talk to you. We are not a bunch of college leftist sissies. We believe in free speech. So be respectful. I'm not telling you you have to agree with him, and I'm not telling you you have to cheer for him. But we're not having like Jordan Peterson at Berkeley event here. And the message we're sending to the world is not that we can't handle ideas that we disagree with. We are libertarians. We are constantly surrounded by ideas that we disagree with. We're in Washington, D.C., for God's sake. And here's my message to the Donald Trump supporters who are here. You came to the Libertarian Party National Convention, and we're libertarians around these parts. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what we believe in case you're not sure. Here's what we believe. Donald Trump, as President of the United States of America, was framed for treason by his own deep state. And those people belong in jail. It is an absolute crime against our nation that the intelligence agencies that supposedly work for the president would dare frame a presidential candidate, but they crossed a whole nother line when they framed the sitting commander-in-chief, and not one of them has paid for that, and that is unacceptable. Around these parts, we are truly America first. We believe in no foreign adventurism. We are strict non-interventionists. The proxy wars of choice, following 20 years of disastrous terror wars in Ukraine and in Israel, are absolutely inexcusable, and America should have no part of either of them. We are $34 trillion in debt.
End the war! End the wars! End the wars! End the wars! End the wars!
End the wars! End the wars! Hey, to the Trump supporters, you guys remember the day after the election when it was totally unclear what happened? And you remember how Donald Trump bent over backwards for years to give Benjamin Netanyahu everything he wanted? And then remember how Benjamin Netanyahu congratulated Joe Biden that next morning? Do you really want to fund that guy unconditionally? No! Just saying. Furthermore, we also want to drain the swamp. But here's what we recognize, and tell me if you think we're right or we're wrong. As long as you have a centralized government in Washington, D.C., spending $6+ trillion a year, which they hand out to politically connected cronies, you will never drain the swamp. The only way to drain the swamp is to cut government spending drastically.
And the Fed! 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 And the Fed!
We believe in sound money. Printing trillions of dollars here has debased our currency, and it's made life miserable for working and middle-class Americans, while that same wealth is transferred to the wealthy and the politically connected. Abolish the Federal Reserve and reinstitute sound money. Oh man, you guys all might get deported by the end of this show. And listen, and in addition to all of that, if you want to get serious about making America great again, why is it that we want to make America great again? I am a father of 2 little children. That's my primary reason for wanting this country to be great, because that's where my kids are going to grow up. Well, currently, what we've done is we're handing the next generation $34+ trillion in debt, and that is absolutely unacceptable. Everybody who loves this country needs to know that we cannot keep racking up debt like this. We have our own problems. No more giving money to the rest of the world. No more debasing our currency and printing money. You start talking like that, and let me tell you something, libertarians are listening. Please be respectful when Donald Trump is out here. That doesn't mean you have to agree with him. That doesn't mean you have to vote for him. Listen to what he says. Have an honest reaction. Trump supporters who are here, please listen to what some of the grievances these libertarians have, because I actually think there's not that much daylight between a lot of us. And I think a lot of us really want what's best for this country. Thank you guys very much. Enjoy the rest of your night.